It's all good. Second Esdras 13:1. And that and it came to pass after 7 days, I dreamed a dream by night.
And with that, we're going to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shah, Bahashim, Kadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who rule well. Greetings and salutations to the Aquas, and that speckled bird that is listening and learning. Okay, we're reading from the book of Second Esdras, the 13th chapter. Esdras had a dream. He was showed a vision by the Most High Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shah, of some of the things that are going to be taking place here in the last days, dealing with the chariots of the Most High. This is one of the chariots that we saw that was the size of a mountain. Okay, and I've seen hundreds of videos on the chariots. One that really stuck with me was an Edomite that said, and this is an older Edomite that has been in outer space. He's seen it, the angels. You know, they're tall, dark-skinned people. Okay. He said, "Where do you manufacture a ship that is 3 Earth lengths long?" You want to read that again, huh?
Second Esdras 13:1. And it came to pass after 7 days, I dreamed a dream by night. And lo, there arose a wind from the sea, that it moved all the waves thereof. And I beheld, and lo, that man waxed strong with thousands of heaven. And when he turned his countenance to look, all the things trembled that were seen under him.
So these people saw a chariot, and everybody got scared as hell. Go ahead, Art.
Verse 4, and whensoever the voice went out of his mouth, all they burned that heard his voice, like as the earth faileth when it filleth the fire. And after this I beheld, and lo, there was gathered together a multitude of men out of number from the four winds of the earth, to subdue the man that came out of the sea.
This is the militaries that are going to try to fight Yahweh Shai. Go ahead.
But I beheld, and lo, he had graved himself a great mountain, and flew up upon it.
This is the chariot that they're talking about. There's a giant chariot, and all of these militaries are going to be trying to fight against Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, mainly Yahweh Shai and the angels when they come back. Okay? Now he's seeing this chariot was the size of he thought it was a mountain that moved itself from its place. That's how big this chariot was. That's why I made the statement earlier that the Edomite said, "Where do you manufacture a ship that is 3 Earth lengths long?" Now that chariot wasn't 3 Earth lengths long. Okay? It was the size of a mountain, but the one that the Father is coming in, that shit it's bigger than this fucking planet. So you better figure it out.
It ain't the mother ship. It's
nah,
the father
it's the Father ship. Okay, get that shit right. Go ahead,
Second Esdras 13:7. But I would have seen the region or place where out the hill was graven, and I could not. And after this I beheld, and lo, all they which were gathered together to subdue him were sore afraid.
These are the militaries. Esau's military, the Russians, the Chinese, okay, the Germans, the French, all these Edomite nations, man. They're going to come together after they start fighting in World War III here on Earth. They're going to be fighting against each other. The chariots are going to show up, and they're going to turn and try to fight against Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah.
That's that war in heaven.
Okay, that's right.
And the thing about it, right? President Reagan said, if we could put our, our I guess our beef, right? Our differences, our beef to the side. Can we all get together and fight?
Yeah.
Against them.
How quick we would put our differences aside if we were in a threat, had an alien threat.
Right.
Okay, from outer space, basically, he was saying, which he's talking about the chariots of the Most High.
Yep.
Okay, So that's what he was talking about. That right there, how our differences would disappear very quickly. Not ours, because we gonna be down with Yahweh Shai showing up. Okay. So we're talking about the nations that are going to come, okay? And it talks about the Ancient of Days. When he sat, he took down these crowns, man. How's he going to take the crowns down? By chariots, man. These chariots are coming to destroy these fucking people, man. Okay, and they're gonna take the elect up out of here. That's salvation. There's salvation and destruction coming with these things. Okay, go ahead.
Which were gathered together to subdue him, were sore afraid, and yet durst fight.
Because he's gonna put the spirit on them to fight, man.
Yeah.
Okay. Now you seen Independence Day when the pilots were hype as shit, man. Before they left out of that flight room, they got their instructions. Yeah, we're gonna attack this spaceship, yada yada yada. When the white boy came out of the clouds and saw how big that chariot was, he said, "Holy shit!" Because he knew it was like, yo, it's a no-win situation, man. Okay, go ahead.
Verse 9. And lo, as he saw the violence of the multitude that came, he neither lifted up his hand, nor held sword, nor any instrument of war.
The Edomites who shall be broken without hand. Go ahead.
But only I saw that he sent out of his mouth as it had been a blast of fire.
That's them concentrated fucking fire, which is lasers. They're going to be shooting lasers. They show you videos of chariots. There's a rocket they had a satellite going out to in outer space or whatever, the outer atmosphere, and a chariot. When this thing was flying as fast as a bullet, flew around it in a circle and back around it and shot it 2 or 3 times with a laser and destroyed it while it was moving faster than a fucking bullet. Okay? You understand?
And they still thinking.
And
that shows you, man.
Yo, go ahead, Ock. Yo, you motherfuckers is finished, man.
Yeah. As it had been a blast of fire, and out of his lips a flaming breath, and out of his tongue he cast out sparks and tempests.
And if you watch Independence Day, when right before the chariots attacked and they opened up, okay, that's the mouth that it's talking about. That's where that laser fire is going to be coming out of portals, man. Okay, destroying these fucking people's society, this place, man, and taking the elect up out at the same time. Go ahead, brother.
2 Esdras 13:11, and they were all mixed together, the blast of fire, the flaming breath, and the great tempest, and fell with violence upon the multitude which was prepared to fight.
That's the military. They're going to be over in the Middle East, where they're starting to gather right now. Russia is getting ready to invade the Ukraine. Okay, and it's inevitable, man. It's going to go down because Biden just threatened to shut off the gas to Russia. Okay, so that's kind of what happened with Japan. Before Japan attacked the United States, they cut off their oil supply. So this is the same thing. This is just history repeating itself, man, but with different nations. Okay, so go ahead, brother. Go ahead. We're gonna get into that.
And burned them up every one, so that upon a sudden of an innumerable multitude, nothing was to be perceived, but only dust and smell of smoke. When I saw this, I was afraid.
So Esdras saw what was going on, man, and scared the hell out of him. You know, he even said, woe is me, woe is me. Who is going to save me in those days? So that's talking about reincarnation. He knows he's going to be around for this. Okay? And it's made him sick, man. And a lot of the prophets, when they saw some of the visions or the things that were going to take place in this day, they got sick. They to their stomach. They threw up, man. They were in like a hologram, a holographic room. When the Most High shows them, you know, what was going to happen, they were in the midst of it. Like if you're inside of a hologram, okay, you know those games they have where what are the virtual reality? Yeah. It was like a big ass virtual reality thing that these prophets were in. So, Esdras, I'm speaking about right now, and what he saw was us doing what we're doing and different things that were taking place, wars and stuff like that. And the Most High showed him this, and he got sick to his stomach, man. It's like being on. And it happens to people when they have those virtual reality things on. They actually get sick. Some
Yeah.
people do.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. For prime example, when they're playing the video games,
Exactly.
they be like on the cliff in the game, and they be really thinking
They
they
think they're
falling,
falling.
and they
Yep.
really do
Yep.
fall and
You
bump and
damn
shit.
right.
You know,
Yeah.
that was a beautiful
Yeah.
example.
You damn right. Go ahead,
Second Esdras 13 and 12. Afterward saw I the same man come down from the mountain and call unto him another peaceable multitude.
Mm-hmm.
And there came much people unto him, whereof some were glad, some were sorry, and some of them were bound.
And some were glad. You're talking about the elect. Go ahead.
And others some brought of them that were offered. Then was I sick through great fear, and I awaked and said, Thou hast showed the servant these wonders from the beginning,
Mm-hmm.
and hast counted me worthy that thou shouldest receive my prayer. Show me now, yet the interpretation of this dream.
Show him the interpretation. So what we're doing right now is we're actually interpreting his dream. Okay? But he saw it himself, but the Most High is going to get into it. Go ahead, brother.
For as I conceive in my understanding, woe unto them that shall be left in those days, and much more woe unto them that are not left behind.
Woe unto them that are left in these days. That's the 2/3, man. Okay? Because he not only saw the United Nations, NATO, and all these other militaries trying to fight against Yahweh Shai, but he saw the nuclear bombs coming, and he saw that multitude, that the 2/3 plus the heathens that are left here in America and other places that are going to get bombed. He saw these things. That's why he's saying woe unto them. The woe means destruction. Go ahead.
Verse 17, for they that were not left were in heaviness. In heaviness. Now understand the things that are laid up in the latter days, which shall happen unto them and to those that are left behind. Therefore, are they come into great perils and many necessities?
That's the great perils that it's talking about, is this economic collapse. Okay. There's going to be a lack of food, a lack of bread and water. Okay, the scriptures talks about that. All right, it talks about brothers, men are going to be killing each other over food with swords, which is the modern day gun. Okay, these are some of the perils that he's talking about. This is what our people are getting ready to come into. The 2/3 are going to. I mean, we may experience a small amount of this ourselves, being in the truth. Lord willing, we don't go into it too deep. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of our people are getting ready to catch hell, man. Go ahead,
And many necessities, like as these dreams declare. Yet, is it easier for him that is in danger to come into these things than to pass away as a cloud out of the world, and not to see the things that happen in the last days? And he answered unto me and said, The interpretation of the vision shall I show thee, and I will open unto thee the things that thou hast required.
He said he's going to show him. Okay? All right?
Whereas thou hast spoken of them that are left behind. This is the interpretation. He that shall endure the peril in that time hath kept himself.
He that shall endure the peril. These are people that call on the name Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. These are mainly men that are out here on the street teaching, okay, the correct doctrine. All right, giving all praises to Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, giving double honors to the apostles because they're well deserving of it. Okay, okay, and thanking the elders, the bishops that are with your great millstone. All right, and thanking the people that are out here listening, man, so that we can have some fruit, man, along with them brothers. You know what I'm saying? We got to be thankful that we got people watching our videos, man. You know, regardless of what they're watching them for, they could be watching them for their judgment. You know,
Ooh.
go ahead.
He that shall endure the peril in that time hath kept himself. They that be fallen into danger are such as have works and have faith toward the Almighty. Know this therefore, that they which be left behind are more blessed than they that be dead. This is the meaning of the vision. Whereas thou sawest a man coming up from the midst of the sea, the same is he whom Yahushua, the same is he whom God the highest have kept a great season, which by his own self shall deliver his creature, and he shall order them that are left behind. And whereas thou sawest that out of the
Sorry, it's a lot of reading. I got you.
And whereas thou sawest that out of his mouth there came as a blast of wind, and fire, and storm, and that he held neither sword, nor any instrument of war, but that the rushing in of him destroyed the whole multitude that came to subdue him.
And that's talking about that. Like I said earlier, you know, when the Most High, when the chariots show up, man, it's going to be the thief in the night thing's going to take place. Okay, because the scriptures are clear that he was going to return like a thief in the night, man. Okay, and what does a thief do? He sneaks in, man. You know, and it said that all eyes shall see him. So when the sky is covered with goddamn chariots one morning when you wake up, or when you hear air raid sirens, you know, after all hell is breaking loose out here, you know, martial law, people are in concentration camps. And, you know, this takes me back to a dream that I had, me and a brother I used to work with. I don't know who the woman was. She looked like, she had the appearance of an Edomite, but she could have been Northern Kingdom.
Yeah.
And we were in what I think was a concentration camp because there were soldiers all around us. But the skies got dark, and the soldiers, they just were looking up, and they were throwing their guns the fuck on the ground and running. Okay? I mean, something fucking scary was going on, that they were leaving equipment, throwing their guns down. They were like, I don't got nothing to do with this shit. They just took the fuck off, and all three of us got out in one of their big ass trucks, and we took the hell off. We got out of there. I don't know what the dream was about, but I'm assuming that them chariots, when they show up, that's how it's going to be, man. People are just going to be horrified. They're going to be like, I can't fight this. These bullets ain't going to do shit for me. I'm fuck this gun. I ain't do it, basically. You know what I'm saying? That's what's coming to this place, man. And these people don't have a clue. Yep. You know? Go ahead.
But that the rushing in him destroyed the whole multitude that came to subdue him, this is the interpretation. Behold, the days come when the Most High will begin to deliver them that are upon the earth.
Deliver them that are upon the earth, and that's the elect. Go ahead.
And he shall come to the astonishment of them that dwell on the earth.
What did I just say? The people are going to be shook, man, because they're just going to be there. You understand? They're just not. It's going to be a clear, sunny day, and you're going to be chasing somebody for their fucking loaf of bread. And the next thing you know, you're going to stop because the sky is going to get dark with fucking chariots, man. You know? Go ahead.
Verse 31, and one shall undertake to flight against another, one city against another, one place against another, one people against another.
That's the race riots and all the other the wars. Go ahead.
And one realm against another.
Now, when you get into that word realm, you're talking about the physical realm, the spiritual realm.
Woo-hoo.
Okay? So that's what's getting ready that's going to take place, man. When it says one realm against another, man, when the spirit world is opened up to this place, man, you're going to understand that there was some real scary shit going on while you was in the shower playing with yourself. Okay? Because that's the kind of, I'm telling you, you're going to start seeing people are going to start seeing demons. They're going to start seeing people they thought were dead. family members maybe walking around in their house. They're going to be familiar spirits and demons. But these are the things that these demons are going to do to people, man. They're going to fuck with people's heads, man. They're going to horrify you, and it talks about that in the book of Ecclesiasticus, where the Egyptians, man, they were it was so goddamn dark. Stuff was touching them. They were hearing animals growling, water dripping. People were dying from heart attacks because they were so scared. This is coming to this place, man. Okay, this is coming. Go ahead,
verse 32. And the time shall be when these things shall come to pass, and the signs shall happen, which I showed thee before, and then shall my son be declared.
Then shall the son, Yahweh Shai, be declared, man. Because we've been saying the name Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. Okay? Yahweh, the Heavenly Father, Bahashem, and the name Yahweh Shai, the Son. Okay? He who delivers, man. You see? He's going to be declared, man, at that time. People are going to know that the men that were on the street were prophets, man. You see? Go ahead, brother.
Whom thou sawest as a man ascending. And when all the people hear his voice, every man shall in their own land lead the battle they have won against another.
Mm-hmm.
And innumerable multitude shall be gathered together as thou sawest them.
And that's when it talks about these people are going to stop because they're going to hear his voice. I heard one of the apostles say that he's going to scream, like, matter of fact, it was the brother Amaran Abad. He said in a karate class, when you scream your kia, you scream real loud, he said that's how he's coming, man. When you hear that scream, it's going to be that it means I'm coming to kick some ass. Because everybody's going to know what it's all about at that point.
In the scripture, his voice is like crashing waters or something like that.
Yeah. He has the voice of many waters.
There it is. That's it right there. Yep. That's it.
5,000 people heard him speaking, man. Mm-hmm. And that was in a human voice. He said he's not going to meet these people as a man. So just imagine what kind of voice he's going to have. You see? Go ahead.
And innumerable multitudes shall be gathered together as thou sawest them, willing to come and to overcome him by fighting. Mm-hmm. But he shall stand upon the top of the Mount Zion.
See?
Woo-hoo!
He's coming to destroy these people. He's pleading for his people right now. Okay? He's pleading with you. Please give me my people before I send their brother, my son. Give me my people before I send my son. You see? And these people their hearts being hardened. The Most High wants to harden their hearts so that they do fight. He wants them to fucking fight. Okay? Because he wants to destroy them, and he's going to do it without hand, man, because those chariots are going to put some work in. And them angels, okay? I wouldn't be surprised if Yahweh Shai did come down here and put his hands on a couple Edomites, especially the ones that pierced him. You see? I feel sorry. I know I don't feel sorry for your motherfucking ass. I want to get a kick while you on the ground. Go ahead,
Verse 36. And science shall come, and shall be showed to all men, being prepared and builded, like as thou sawest the hill graven without hands. Mm-hmm. And this, my son, shall rebuke the wicked inventions of those nations which for their wicked life are fallen into the tempest.
And that's what these people have done, man. All of their wicked inventions to try to kill and destroy the Israelites. You see? But they're going to fall into their own trap, man. Their own pit that they've dug. You see? That's what's coming for them. That's why the Most High got that spirit on them to try to do this shit. Go ahead, brother.
And shall lay before them their evil thoughts, and the torments wherewith they shall begin to be tormented.
And you're already being tormented. Esau's being tormented right now. These people are losing their goddamn minds, man, because this truth is out. Yeah. Okay? The elites know that their time is short, man. Yeah. You see? They ain't no backing up out of this shit. The Most High ain't going to let that be on your spirit to do that. Go ahead, bro.
Which are light unto a flame, and he shall destroy them without labor by the law, which is light unto me.
Mm-hmm.
And whereas thou sawest that he gathered another peaceable multitude unto him, those are the 10 tribes,
Yeah.
which were carried away prisoners out of their own lands in the time of Hoshea.
Hosea.
Mhm.
Hosea. Yeah.
The king, in the time of Hosea the king, whom Salmanezar,
That was over. That was the northern kingdom, okay? Because those 10 tribes came over here, all right, after the Assyrian captivity. You see, so he's still all of these people are going to get gathered together with the tribe of Judah, which really the tribe of Judah, Benjamin and Levi are the southern kingdom. You know what I'm saying? They were still over there. That's why he's saying that he's going to get them, but they're here now. They're gathering together right now. That's why a lot of people from Mexico, Guatemala, and all them other South American countries are trying to get into the United States. Some for judgment and some for salvation. Okay? Go ahead.
or Hosea the king, when Salmanezar the king of Assyria led away captive, and he carried them over the waters, and so came they into another land.
That's over here to the Americas. It was called Assyris, our land where man never dwelt. Go ahead.
But they took this counsel among themselves, that they would leave the multitude of the heathen and go forth into further country, where never mankind dwelt.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, okay.
That they might
And y'all don't think we know this Bible. You better stop fucking playing. Go ahead,
that they might there keep their statutes, which they never kept in their own land.
See, they were going to, the Northern Kingdom thought that they were going to come over here. Now, they did do the land Sabbaths and different things of that nature. They did circumcision. They did a whole lot of the things that we were doing over in the Middle East, over in Jerusalem. Okay, they started doing those things when they came over here to Assyria. All right, and they were going off like crazy and shit, man. So they still had to get their judgment just like we did, as far as going into slavery. So go ahead, brother. You got any more?
Second
What
Esdras,
we got on that?
42. I think we're taking it all the way to 58.
Thinking. Yeah, go ahead down to just stop at 47. When you get done with 47, then we'll grab Isaiah 47 and 3. And second address. Oh, where you at now?
42.
Okay.
Might as well bang the whole job.
Yeah, just go ahead and knock it all out then. Yeah.
Second,
and then we'll just worry about getting this on Sunday. We're going to go back into this Sunday. But we're not going to read all of that. We're going to just get the other points.
Second Esdras 13 and 42. They that might there keep their statutes, which they never kept in their own land, and they enter into the Euphrates by the narrow places of the river. For the Most High then showed signs for them, and held still the flood.
It's the Northern Kingdom when they came down around the bottom of Africa. Okay? It took them about a year and a half to get over here.
Yep.
All right?
Yep.
And the Most High had to hold, there's rough waters in South Africa. All right? That water down there is rough as hell, so the Most High had to chill that water out to allow them to pass. Then the currents brought them straight up the coast of South America, okay, and up to Hispaniola, Puerto Rico, Dominican Republic, Cuba, all right, Florida. They started following. They were going and doing different things in that area. The Seminole Indians and the Taino Indians used to do trade with each other. You know what I'm saying? Because they were coming from Cuba. It wasn't that far, you know. A lot of them houses down in the Florida Keys, them old ass houses, they belong to the Seminole Indians. But them fucking Edomites took that stuff, man. Yep. You know? And try to say that our people were living like savages, man. We have running water, hot water, and all kind of stuff. Cities, man. You see? We had forts and cities and shit, man. Our people. Go ahead, brother.
Second Esdras 13 and 44.
Mm-hmm.
For the Most High then showed signs for them, and held still the flood till they were passed over. For through that country there was a great way to go, namely of a year and a half,
A year
and
and a
the
half.
same region is called Azareth.
Lazarus, the
Right.
land where the man never dwelt.
Right,
You see?
right. And back in King Solomon's days, he had men like the Chaldeans and them. They was the one navigating the seas. They was the one traveling up a year and a half to get those goodies, the peacocks, and they're coming back with those goodies, gold and everything else.
That's why they found the Olmecs, them big ass statue heads, them stone heads down in Mexico. That was some of the people that were coming over here.
Woo!
You see? Those were Solomon's people, man, coming over here. Go ahead,
Verse 46, then dwell they there until the latter time, and now when they shall begin to come, the highest shall stay. The highest shall say, the highest shall stay, the springs of the streams again, that they may go through. Therefore sawest thou the multitude with peace. But those that be left behind, thy people are they that are found within my borders. Now when he destroyed the multitude of the nations that are gathered together, he shall defend his people that remain.
He's going to defend the people that remain, but that's mainly the elect that he's talking about. Go ahead.
And then shall he show them great wonders. Then said I, O Lord, that bearest rule, show me this. Wherefore have I seen the man coming up from the midst of the sea? And he said unto me, like as thou canst neither seek out nor know the things that are in the deep of the sea, even so can no man upon earth see my son, or those that be with him, but in the day time. But in the daytime.
No, that's right. Go ahead.
But in the daytime, this is the interpretation of the dream which thou sawest, and whereby thou only art here lightened. Verse 54. For thou hast forsaken thy own way, and applied my diligence unto my laws, and sought it. Thy life hast thou ordered in wisdom, and hast called understanding thy mother. And therefore I have showed thee the treasures of the highest.
That's the scriptures. Go ahead.
After other 3 days I will speak other things unto thee, and declare unto thee mighty and wondrous things. Then went forth into the field, giving praise and thanks greatly unto the Most High, because of his wonders which he did in time. Verse 58. And because he governed the same, and such things as fall in their seasons, and there I sat 3 days.
That's it.
All right, beautiful.
So, Esdras had a vision, and after he had that vision, he asked the Most High to show him the interpretation. Okay? So I know we were talking about the chariots, but we went into some of the history of how the Northern Kingdom ended up over here. Okay? When you're talking about the Northern Kingdom, you're talking about the Latinos of Indian descent and Native American Indians. All right? So those were the 10 tribes that left that part of the world and ended up over here. But the scriptures talked about that Judah and Ephraim, which is the Northern Kingdom, would be oppressed together.
Yeah.
You see? So that is why that the so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native American Indians have the same issues here in America. All right?
I wish I could bring up that scripture. In the land of the north, they want to be calling on his name.
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah. Hey, well, we're going to go back into this, the Chariots Heavy, man, on Sunday. You know what I mean? It's funny that before I even left the house, I was looking on Facebook because I saw a thing from Micah Island, brother from Philly camp, and he was talking about that 2022 something big is in the works for 2022 as far as chariots are concerned. So it was funny that I saw that before I came out.
Hey, when Christopher Columbus, when he came over here, you know what I'm saying, and he brought those Hebrew interpreters,
Yes.
interpret whatever, right?
Yeah,
Interpreters,
yeah.
right? He brought them over. He was about to turn back around when he was in the whatever sea he was in.
Waters, right.
Whatever waters he was in. He was about to turn back around.
Mm-hmm.
But the Lord sent a
A
chariot.
chariot.
It was red, and they called it I want to say
With the
Elmo.
Saint Elmo's fire.
There it is. There it is. There it is. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Yep.
See?
You
Hey
know?
man, listen, let's get ready. This is the year Yahushua turning up, man. And all I'm gonna tell you is, when they say turning up, it's not just temperature of the situations that is going on. We're talking about turning up himself, man. I have a feeling, man, that this year might be the year. With everything that's going on. Because they're trying to fall back in some of those European countries on some of them mandates. You know what I mean? So they trying to say peace and safety pretty much.
Woo!
But it ain't gonna be none of that. Okay?
Woo-hoo.
You got anything else?
Nah, that's it.
All right. Well, with that, we're gonna give all praise and honor and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Ba'adash. Again, double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Wow. And shalom to the ox, the aqua, and that special bird that's listening and learning. Shalom, y'all.
Shalom.